friends, in this video we will be discussing other important aspects of research aptitude. Characteristics of research. Research deals with collection of information to support decision making process. Research has important characteristics. The research should be given to priority problem consideration. For example, the research should take place to find out solution for priority problems. The research should be action oriented. The findings of the research must be used to improve the standard of living of the people. The research should encourage participatory approach. It means that at all the stages of research, all stakeholders must be taken into consider. Their opinions also should be recorded. The research should be systematic. It must follow a structured procedure. There should be a replicability. For example, the research findings should be replicable. It means that there should be a scope to confirm the findings. The research should be reductive. It means that the findings of the research must be made available to all people so that it can prevent from people doing the same research and getting the same result, which will lead to loss of time and energy. The research must be taken place for the betterment of the society. The research should follow structured procedure. The research should be problem solving in nature. The research must focus on all the aspects of a problem. It must be multidisciplinary in nature. Should be an integrated multidisciplinary approach. The research must be taken place in such a manner. All the stakeholders should be taken into consider. These are some of the important characteristics of research. Now we will see some of the examples of research. For example, a farmer is cultivating different types of jute in different field. His research is to identify the yield of different varieties. We are trying to find out the relationship between inflation and foreign direct investment. In sociology perspective, we are trying to identify the reasons for divorce in a particular society. So these are some of the examples of research. Now we will move to the steps of research. The research should follow data collection, data analysis, and report writing. These are the three important tools of research. In data collection, we are collecting, measuring, and recording the information. In data analysis, we are organizing and interpreting the data. In report writing, we are deducting ourselves. We are making very judgmental and conclusive derivations from that particular findings. We are recording that findings for further and future reference. So these are some of the important steps of research. In detail, we will see all of these steps. Now, the research has some desirable qualities. It should have a purpose. It should be multidisciplinary in nature. It should be judgmental. It should have experience. The researcher must have experience in particular field of research. Next, the research should take into consider all the dimension. It should be multidimensional. It should be problem solving. So all these are some of the desirable qualities of research. All these qualities we will see one by one, and the steps also we will discuss. Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing some desirable qualities of research. First, purpose clearly defined. As all of you knows that the purpose of the research must be clearly defined and there should not be any confusion. It must be specific and objective in nature. Good research must have its purpose clearly and unambiguously defined. The problem involved or the decision to be made should be sharply delineated as clearly as possible to demonstrate the credibility of the research. Research process detailed. The research procedures used should be described in sufficient detail to permit other researchers to repeat the research at a later date and in a different situation. So when you give this in description in a detailed manner, this can be used by other researchers also. Failure to do so makes it difficult or impossible to estimate the validity and reliability of the research. This weakens the confidence of the readers. Any recommendations made from such research justifiably gets little attention from the policymakers and implementation. Research design plan, as all of you know that this is an important concept. In biological sciences, research design will be different. In social sciences, research design will be different. The procedural design of the research should be carefully planned to yield results that are as objective as possible. In doing so, care must be taken so that the representativeness of the sample is ensured and relevant literature has been thoroughly searched. Experimental controls, whenever necessary, have been followed. The personal bias in selecting and recording data have been minimized. Always remember, personal bias can destroy the authenticity of the findings. Ethical issues considered. A research design should always safeguard against causing mental and physical harm not only to the participants but also to those who belong to the organization. So, careful consideration must be given to research situations if there is a possibility of exploitation, invasion of privacy, and loss of dignity of all people who are involved in the study. Limitations relate. Every research has limitations. No research is absolute. There is always a scope for further investigation. The research should report with complete honesty and frankness any flaws in procedural design. He followed and provided estimates of their effects on the findings. This enhances the confidence of the readers and finally makes the report acceptable to the audience. One can legitimately question the value of research where there is no limitations are reported. Adequate analysis ensured. Adequate analysis reveals the significance of the data and helps the researcher to check the reliability and validity of his estimates. Data should therefore be analyzed with proper statistical rigor to assist the researcher in researching firm conclusions. When statistical methods have been employed, the probability of error should be estimated and the criteria of statistical significance applied. So, statistical tools that you are using in your research makes your research findings more accurate, more authentic, and more objective and specific. So, statistical tools are always good. Findings unambiguously presented. The presentation of the results should be comprehensive, easily understood by the readers, and organized so that the readers can readily locate the critical and central findings. Conclusions and recommendations justified. Proper research always specifies the conditions under which the research conclusions seem to be valid because all the conclusions cannot be valid in different conditions. It is therefore of importance that any conclusions drawn and recommendations made should be solely based on the findings of the study. No inferences or generalizations should be made beyond the data. If this were not followed, the objectivity of the research would tend to decrease, resulting in low of confidence in the findings. The researcher's experiences reflected. A researcher who can use his expertise in that particular research can actually improve the findings of the research. The research report should contain information about the qualification of the researchers. If the researcher is experienced, has a good reputation in research, and is a person of integrity, his report is likely to be highly valued. The policymakers feel confident in implementing the recommendations made in such reports.
Now, I hope all of you clearly understood what are all the desirable qualities of research. When you are doing this research, all these qualities should be reflected in your thesis. All the very best for your examination. Study well. The success is yours. Stay safe. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and please do recommend this channel to your friends. And please don't forget to subscribe also. Once again, thank you so much for listening. All the very best for your examination.